Why has accounting been great for you as a veteran?
Everyone knows the military is very structured. Like you got that typical like hierarchy, chain of command. You're told everything, what to do. Everything's a procedural compliance. You got to follow the rules, right? Like we all kind of know that that's like how the military is structured. And you wear a uniform. You got to show up on time. And so accounting is very similar. Obviously, in accounting, there's a lot of rules, there's a lot of processes, there's a lot of guidelines, there's a lot of regulatory compliance. And when you come from the military, that's all you know. You're used to just being told what to do, following the rules, and you're generally kind of happy with that. So accounting it was very similar, and it was actually very surprising for me because when I was getting out and deciding like what I wanted to do, I initially thought finance. I thought because I read some stock market books that I was gonna like finance. I wanted to learn about stocks, but then I took my first accounting class, and that's where I was like, "Wow, this is very familiar." They're talking about processes. They're talking about how everything kind of works together. You're seeing like how a whole company can kind of, it all is just one big process, and that's accounting. As you're just learning the business, and so it's very similar actually in ways to the military that people wouldn't expect, and that's why I think I've done really well transitioning is just because it felt comfortable. And if anything, I felt like I was able to exceed a little bit better than my peers was just because I came from a different background and I had a little bit of different thought process about things. But yeah, so there's a lot of similarities that you just wouldn't expect. Just high level, and I think that's also one of the big things about you know this like cloudiness of like veterans in business because a lot of organizations may have never had a veteran. They may have never hired a veteran, or maybe they just don't know how their particular experience translates, right? Because it's much different. Like for me, I worked on a submarine, and if you looked at my resume, you'd be like, "How do I take this and to apply it to like my business's needs?" And it could be a hard story to translate. And I think sometimes it could be beneficial. I believe in giving veterans a chance, and there's a lot that I think you could benefit from. Veterans, in which we found in statistics, veterans hiring veterans in the workplace. Veterans do well, and they could be a good asset for companies.